Hi, and welcome to the Now Reflection podcast, where we highlight incredible stories, remarkable stories of outstanding individuals from Africa and beyond. A platform to own our voices, our stories, and our truths. And joining us today, I always get excited by all of my guests, but this one is my brother, and we are in the heart of Africa, Rwanda. My guest is one that needs no introduction. However, listen, if you ever think of art, no matter where you are in the world, you'll think of this one individual, and he's one of six. And all brothers are artists. Their minds and their creativity is just beautiful. But this one right here, his heart, his mind, everything about him, and it's why we really connected. I'm in awe. I am honored and privileged to be able to introduce to you, and I'm so glad that he could take time out of his busy schedule to share with you guys his life story. This is Emmanuel Nkuranga, and we're at the Villa, the Art Gallery, one that you will be awed by. I can't wait. Thank you so much for joining us. The son of Africa.
Absolutely, my sister.
Beautiful mind, incredible human being. This is my brother Emmanuel.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Many thanks.
Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today.
Yeah, absolutely, anytime. I mean, I always trust you.
I'm taking it in.
I'm always, yeah. With your energy is infectious. I always want to know what you are up to. And you called me, you said, this is your new thing. I said, hooray, because I like what you do, and then I trust what you do, and then I want to be a part of that.
No, you have been so inspiring, and from honestly, and I would say this, right, from the get-go, from when I met him, his beautiful wife, and his incredibly lovely children. I love them. So I'm an auntie. I'm gonna keep saying that the whole time. I'm an auntie to a Rwandan family. I love them. I wish they were here.
They love you too. They love you too. They love you too.
No, you have such an amazing family.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Speaking about family and also what you do, kindly introduce yourself, your background, because we can't wait. And stay tuned, because I promise you want to be here for this one. Your whole life, What is the background of Emmanuel?
Well, Emmanuel is a boy who grew up in Uganda when was
I'm
born
so
1987.
sorry. You grew up in this Kampala. I'm kidding.
Yeah, in a space called Mityana.
Yeah.
And
nice.
at the early stage, I was always about probably something that has changed is my height, and me losing the hair and growing beard and having this deep voice.
It's called wisdom.
Yeah, but I was like that. You know, the same way you see me today is the same way I was. It's funny because I used to take one photo with if you see my photos, it was like that. You know, on the early stage. Putting one hand in my pocket and then the other one is like that. So now growing up, I still see the same posture. I'm like,
like some things never change.
Something never changed, and then my son does the same.
Oh wow!
So
DNA.
it's really weird.
Genes. I think it's immaculate.
Yeah, it is. It is immaculate. You know, because you really I was very authentic from day one with what I do. Ambitious. Always woke up early. 4 a.m., 5 a.m. And
is that natural or taught?
It was natural. It was natural. Okay. It was natural. I always wanted to get things done and move on and my freedoms of playing or watch TV, whatever the case can be. But I always wanted to get some tasks done, and then I move on, and then I can be.
You always want to be ahead of someone.
Yeah,
yeah.
I
love it.
But I was also shy, you know, being in school. I could watch the situation, and then I become humble for a little bit, and then I understand the situation. Once I'm comfortable, then I drive, you know, and then I surpass everybody as far as getting great.
Because you're taking in the knowledge, then you're using it.
Yeah. And then being in Uganda, we were like refugees, so there was a lot of unnecessary competition at school. So our parents were telling us, hey, you have to have the top grade because you were smarter, you were great, you don't belong here, but you.
But here we are.
But here we
have
are.
to make the
So
best
we
of
get
it.
second education back at home, and then we go and basically wipe everybody on in class.
That's
So that was
amazing.
me and my brother Innocent. We were paired as twins.
I know.
So later on, we came to Rwanda, where I was very sports active.
Yeah, I know you played a bit of basketball here and there.
Yeah, super
Try to
hyper.
post me up, you
Eh?
know, I blocked you. Hey, sorry, brother.
Yeah, yeah,
no
yeah.
easy
So,
basket.
something like that. Something like that. But now I have a gym.
I know. I've seen the gym
I've been putting
outside.
some minutes.
Okay. No, I can tell. It's really equipped.
No. We
It's okay.
we
We'll hit
really
the
need
gym
to.
a little bit, then we'll take it to the court.
No, we really need to to play like a real game.
We
We need to play real game.
We'll bring it to you.
Yeah.
Very
So
soon.
next
You
time,
might
next
dunk
time
on
you
me
film,
just
we have
once.
to.
Just once I
Next
can
time you
accept.
film, we have to play.
We will.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. So
You know,
anyway,
yeah.
we came to Rwanda in 1997,
Mm-hmm.
and since then I've been growing up in this community, understanding that coming to Rwanda was different. You know, it was not the safe haven at the time because some
And
of
what
the
year was this?
that was like 1997,
Oh, okay. So
98. Yeah.
just 3 years after the turbulence.
Yeah, there was
Right.
grenades around the
I can
community.
relate. Being from South Sudan and coming
Yeah.
off of, you know, not just the civil war, but like the different conflicts, that's a reality.
Yeah, that's a
Like,
reality.
We've had a very close shove with that. The grenades and
Yeah, so you see things and you're like,
landmines,
why is
and they're
that?
deploying like
Yeah.
a group of military expertise to
come
go
and-
and
Absolutely.
it's
It was the
unfortunate
same
to
here.
hear.
So my first time I saw a landmine was, I was like, oh wow, that looks like a beautiful ball. Let me go.
Wow, the art in you.
Yeah, let me go
The
have some
artist
fun.
was coming out. Oh,
And then
let me
everybody
go
was
and
like,
paint something
hey,
like
wait,
this. It can explode.
You know.
We should not even be laughing about this situation,
No,
but you have to
absolutely.
make light of.
Absolutely.
Here
That
we
was
are, right? We're alive and
that
we're
was
well.
Rwanda.
Right.
That was Rwanda at the
Yeah.
time.
And
Yeah.
most of Africa, to be honest, and unfortunately, right now, most of the world with the active wars that are going on and the situations
imagine.
is so unprecedented.
Super bad.
Yeah,
Super bad.
but you know what? I think just like as you're expressing, but to me, it just comes as the resilience to even see the humor in this, despite
No,
that this is not just, this is not what it should be, but then here we are.
No,
right?
it shows
and
you.
we keep rising.
No, it shows you like, oh,
Yeah.
we would have lost lives, but now, due to great leadership,
Right. You see
you know,
what
we can
is.
be, we're now some people, we're somebody. So,
And I really think
then,
that
and
this
then,
model should be used not just across Africa. This model of progress and development, and this is an example.
absolutely.
And it's so visionary.
No, yeah, exactly. Like when
3
you grow,
decades only.
yeah,
3.
when
and
you
here
grow
we
up,
are.
when you grow up in that setting,
Ah,
and then you remember how you almost gone,
yeah.
and now you're here. You say, okay, I have
Over the
some good.
hump of it.
Yeah, I have some good ways. I have ways to go, and I need to contribute in every way
I know.
to be a great citizen. Or
I know. And that also stems from the family background that you had.
absolutely.
Your parents were rooted in the church, religious and spiritual people, and I know that is something that is super ingrained, not just in yourself, but anyone from like a walk of faith, like the family that you're born into, but like just the nurturing and the support, but the values that they still in you, right? They still show even now how you interact with your family. I've seen you around your kids, your wife, your extended family, around your brothers, and even around us, your super African extended family, where when Jabril is around, myself, and all your incredible friends that you've introduced us to, but also the other side of our family with the workplace and everything else that comes into being. Like I see daily the authentic Emmanuel, the harmonious, but also the courteous and the host in you. They call me the host with the mostest, but they have not met you.
Well,
This is
we
the
equal, we
host
equal, we equal.
with the monsters.
You're the
This
sister of the
guy,
brother.
I
Huh?
know, bro. Look, they don't know.
You're
They
the
don't know.
you're the sister of the brother. How about that?
Right.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
And coming from the family that you come from, like.
But seriously,
That
you are
is-
the sister
No,
because
I
we don't have a
know.
sister in our family.
I know.
So
He's
you are-
one of six. Number
you're-
2 of 6.
I'm
Right?
number two.
Three?
Number
Number
two, out of
2, right?
six. Yeah.
Yeah, number 2 of 6, and all of them are artists. Like, please. How? Like, or let me, it always blows me away because you're self-taught artist and the work, and we'll see it later. We'll go to the gallery and just have a look and see one of his favorite pieces, but like the self-taught, you were doing different things. You lived in Europe for a little bit as a student. You did different types of jobs for you to, you know, make your ends meet. But
That's
also
right.
the realization to come to, hey, I think I like this. This is my passion. And when did that come about for you? Like, how did you even realize this is what I want to do? And go into it with the conviction that you have, because I really, look, I stand in awe, and it puts me in my place. Like, we need to stay in our lanes because the skill, but just the work ethic, but your passion, like, just really is displayed in every piece. Even in this studio that we're sitting in, please just look around. Like, you're sitting down and you're thinking, okay, so he came up with these and he connected these and now we're here. And this is magic. Like, how did you get to that point where you were like, I think art is where I am going to go?
Yeah. So that's a very interesting question because when we were growing up, we were all experimenting art. My brother, Innocent, was the pioneer at the time. But due to the family bond,
Yes.
everyone could experiment with what feed off
Right.
with the other one, right? So if he's doing a good thing, I'm trying to test to that. If the other brother sees me doing that, everyone wants to emulate to that.
Right.
So it goes on and on. But to have a strong business out of it in this part of the world, it required a lot of business acumen.
All right.
So I knew I had so much business channels through, I could take almost anything and take it to somewhere, right?
Right.
And
market it.
yeah, marketing and
Right.
consistency,
Right.
relationships, product innovation, you name it,
Right.
deliverables. So I knew that if we focus on this medium, we can definitely be somewhere.
Right.
And we took a risk in 2012. We opened the Nema Art Center, which
That
became
was the first one, eh?
yeah,
Inema Art Center.
which
Go
became
check it out.
So,
Inema Art Center,
yeah.
in Kigali.
Yeah. So on TripAdvisor at the time became the #1 thing to do besides the Genocide Memorial, because the Genocide Memorial was also
Wow.
very good. So I was like, oh wow,
That's
people
powerful.
really connect with this business venture. So I knew if we can focus on that, we will be able to
Right.
attract so many people
Right.
in
And
so many
also
ways.
it's
So I
it's
started
like a
working with.
lightweight.
I actually started working with the Memorial at the time to basically send clients. So we
the art center.
yeah,
Like, this
some
is our
clients.
past, but look, this
yeah,
is
exactly.
part of the healing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's how I feel with all of you guys' pieces, and also like knowing the 6 of you do different types of
Of fireworks. Yeah.
artwork, and for you to channel that from the memorial to here is fascinating. I didn't even know that. Tell me
Yeah,
more.
no, we were coming up with a concept called the Champion of Humanity, which was an organization that was started by Tom Krolus and a couple co-founders,
Okay.
Glenn and me and a couple people. One of the ideas was to see best ways we can use creativity to best the memorial.
Rehabilitate
No,
and
to
heal?
help the memorial.
Oh, wow.
So that way we were coming up with a lot of ideas, coming up with, donating art to raise money for the memorial, things like that. So we started getting a lot of clients from that side to our side, and also using different mediums and branding and marketing. So we became really a strong business entity that was exporting made in Rwanda products, and then I knew if we can focus on that and we do it on a better, on a even more smarter avenue, we could,
bigger scale.
on bigger scale, there could be some sort of independence, and most of the brothers now are no longer in one household.
Right. I mean, because they
So
were all
everyone-
supposed to be with us, but
Yeah.
because of their art, they're everywhere in the world. Eh?
Absolutely.
Sorry, guys.
And
Okay.
everyone could have. My idea was
No, it's incredible.
everyone can have their own art gallery.
Yeah.
And then we kind of have a museum
yeah.
later on the later stage once we all grow, and then that's how we can be very significant, not
Right.
only successful.
Yeah.
So I started the name Choose Kigali later on in 2018,
Right.
19. So it started catching fire towards 2020.
And it's
But the
beautiful.
journey
It
wasn't
is
easy.
such a beautiful space.
So the journey wasn't easy, and then we knew that having a very economic, a very creative economic setting is the number way to grow and number way to do things as far as Rwanda case is concerned, because we really don't have a lot of things to export on the international market.
Right.
So focusing on human capital, training kids, training ourselves, coming up with products, pricing them, coming up with valuable commodities would be the best way to A, make money, B, grow business, C, be significant in the community.
Right.
So that was my small journey.
Man,
And then
it's
everything
not so
around
small,
it,
though.
everything around it, whether restaurant things that you see,
And I love
that
the
Choose
fact that you've
Kigali.
infused the restaurant with the
Yeah.
arts and everything else together.
Yeah, that was
I've not seen that in the world.
absolutely.
I really haven't.
So those were experientials, just to be able to have amenities for people who can come and visit us. So if you visit us, you will have a reason to stay. But the main goal wasn't restaurant and things of that nature. But also doing the restaurant, I was employing a lot of people. I was employing 50 people. So I knew that I'm contributing in a number of ways.
Right.
And then for my success is not only me as an individual, is to set a tone for my family, myself, my community, playing part of any religious institution.
And where do you think that stems from? Like, where does that, I want to help my community and start from here? Like, where does that compassion and service to humanity start from?
No, it starts from being around my parents, who are very great givers, most especially my mom. And two, on the later stage, I started realizing that sometimes, when you do business, you make free money, you curate your money. Right. You curate how you make your money, how you spend it, how you entertain, how you make relationships. Right. So there's that room where no one really controls that space. Right. And then I knew if you can exercise a number of ways to be able to help people. Like right now, how do we move as a continent from being a survival to living? Right. So we don't really need to be begging all the time. Like, hey, you travel and then you're begging. You travel and then you're raising funds. You travel. This is what we as African countries have been famous for, to be a charitable setting,
cases,
foundational settings. Yes, we don't really need that. Yeah. Given to how beautiful this part of the world is. Strong people, healthy, good food, rich culture, sense of community.
The Africa they don't show you.
Yeah, the Africa that they don't show you. So that's what you really need. You need to focus on mentoring people, or show people that if we give you this skill, now you're no longer surviving, but you are really living. And then if you take that model and replicate to the other person,
and put your own creativity,
then you can come up with something. So that's my motto even now. I say everything I do is not only me. I understand, because you don't really take it. You feel so people want to achieve things. I want to earn things. I want to have things. But the number one wealth is contentment. And then you can't have contentment if you're not wealthy inside of you. So that's where it's come from.
I love that.
And then that wealth, you can't take it. No one can take it.
No one.
So it has to be wealth enough that you don't take it. So my creativity is my number one IP. My wealth is inside of me.
Wow.
No one can take that one.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, so that's what it is.
Wow. That's very profound.
It is, yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
and it's the journey. It's the self-discovery journey. And along the
absolutely.
way, the enrichment of everything that you are about. And that's why stories like your own, right? His Excellency Paul Kagame said, our stories have been written by others. It is time that we own our problems and solutions and write our own stories. Chinua Achebe said, if you're tired of someone else saying your story, please write your own, right? And this is exactly what you're doing. You're using it to impact community. You're using it like to basically bring people together, but you're being exemplary in that way. And I've seen what you do, and I have seen the work that goes into. I have seen the investment into not just your craft, but your community and your people. And that's why I would want to sit down and hear, but I also, on the larger scale, want every young African, because growing up you hear, be a doctor or be a lawyer or be this, and you never hear about the unconventional ways of your passions producing an outcome like this. And this is incredibly beautiful, and it's generating not just your livelihood, the economy in that way, but contributing to the economy of your country. You're also employing more than 50 people. Like, I think it doesn't get any better than that. The whatever contributions that we have as people and how it impacts everybody around us, right? But also the importance of family and support and the values that are instilled into us. But being one of 6 brothers, being the second, right? And you continue to inspire your other brothers, right? And they inspire you. And out of your family, and kudos to your like your parents, right? For them to give you the leeway to be yourself, but to also create this beauty that, other than everything that they have instilled in you, what is coming out is so beautiful and it's blossoming and it's impacting.
That's right.
But I'm very sure that along the way there were some challenges, right? The part that, you know, okay, if you want to go do this, you go do it, but you should know that if it doesn't work out, we told you, you should study, right? But the studies and everything and the creativity and the wisdom and your life lessons, and you bring it together and you take a leap of faith and you're starting to do this craft, right? What challenges along the way? Wow,
this every day. I have to tell every day.
It's about to get deep.
Every day was a challenge. Every day is a challenge because.
But you didn't give up.
No, yeah, because you know, you hear phrases like any new level is a new devil, and then that's that's pretty much what people say. But one other thing is, you know, there's something that God has done or created that you know, challenge becomes the raw material. You know, so you could be as an interpreter, as a painter. Sometimes when on the other stage, I used to say, oh, had we have these raw materials, I could be better than Picasso. I can do, because
the
excuses we all make.
Yes.
Huh? And then you look around and then you incorporate something, creating your piece, and then becomes even better value, it's authentic. So there's always a challenge along the way. And then when you start a business now, there's low cash flows, for example, in the business. Because not every day is going to be bright and things like that.
And you break even.
So you all break even, and then you feel like the whole world is going to fall. But I get excited for the every day, no matter how successful or significant or how profitable it can be as a company or how great we can do. I always feel I wake up like I'm starting. You know, and that's very scary because even what people see as success, for me, it's just a plain canvas. So those are some of the challenges I impose on myself that actually help me understand that no matter what the challenge may come, you're always on a starting journey. That's one. And two, the Chinese people came with this yin-yang thing.
Yes.
So basically that philosophy of, you know, it may be dark today, like today's in the night, and tomorrow is bright.
Yes.
So it's like that. There's a sunshine right now, and then
Tomorrow you never know.
there's
You might
thunder,
have
and
to
then
cancel
thunder,
the
and then
rain.
it shines again.
Right.
So those are the things you find in life.
Seasons.
So all those seasons. So I mastered a way to control all the pressure, all the tension. Doing some good exercises. Some good exercise I do is basically being positive, and I have to eat well. Anything in the body that I infuse in my body, I know that is going somewhere. I work out.
Yeah, I mean,
I stay
the
healthy.
gym, beautiful gym, by the way.
Oh, I drink now and then a glass of wine, which is good. You and I have drunk wine.
With some fish, with some caviar.
Yeah.
This is my brother. When we're in Rwanda.
Yeah. So that's okay. But one of the things.
Once in a while.
But one of the things I don't really let my mind being tired. You know, I want to, even when I go to sleep, I like that my mind is sharp and is remembering almost everything and is curating and is dictating pace because it's the number one asset I have. So I don't really put anything that has been a challenge into my life to be in the way. I look at it as something that I'm going to say, oh, wow, that was good trivia. You know, that was wonderful. That was a good exercise. You know, I went through this challenge. So challenges range from inability to get what you want on time, in businesses, low cash flows and things, pressures from different groups of people or clients, and some other things may come from basically, I don't want to regret. So that being said, I don't have any challenge.
It's challenges, but they are an opportunity to solve.
I don't really.
No, I am with you.
I don't really like to go to bed and say, I wish I could have done this.
No regrets.
No regrets.
But every opportunity, whatever negative or positive, is still an opportunity to solve something.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great mindset to go into life with. It is what it is. Okay, so here we are. How do I solve that?
Absolutely. And then for me as a person, like in my business, I don't have anyone to report to. But I know if we happen to work together, you are my boss because I'm gonna go out of my way to do good things for you.
Wow.
So
and
that's really cool. So I'm very creative on who I work with, how I work with them, and so.
And anyway, I mean, like most of your work and art comes from like your energy, your creativity, and so you always have to like protect your energy. Yeah,
so some people may come up with an offensive way to say, oh, I'm protecting my energy, I want to be positive and this. But the number one way is to be positive, to deal with negative or positive and be in charge. So I'm going to be in charge in every situation. So I want to be in control, I'm going to take a lead. It's like you play basketball, you play with somebody who's not a great teammate.
And how do you navigate that?
How do you navigate? It's for you to show up when they're weak. You know, and the situations like that, you deal with people. And some people may be negative by protecting your energies to show them you're positive and you're moving on and you're supporting them. Maybe they don't know what they're taking bad decisions for.
And also sometimes you never know the people that have been brought around you. You're there's always constant learning, right? You pick from them, they pick from you. But also what you pour out also trickles down in different ways. No, I agree 100%. I know it's so tasking to be an entrepreneur, to be an artist, to be a family man, to be a father, to be, a husband, and all of this. How do you balance your work, career, and also family life?
Yeah, so that's a very interesting question, and it's very good, by the way, because in the day you have 24 hours. So 24 hours, no one concentrates on 24 hours. So whoever says that, oh, I'm busy, I'm working, 24 hours, I'm orange, I don't have time.
Guy,
I don't have time. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm in a meeting. I don't have time.
I'll call you back. Talk to my assistant.
No. They're really cheating you, and that's a taboo. Because 24 hours, you can break it down in a very different segments, and you can be very productive. And then that goes into 7 days in a week, 30 days in a month, and 365 days in a year. So you really have a lot of time to do with everything. So for me, I say waking up early in the morning, 4 a.m., 4 a.m. rule, 5
You
a.m.
wake up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. every day?
Every day.
Wow.
And
Are you hearing, you children?
And 3 a.m.
Gen Zs?
Oh, and 3 a.m.
3, 4, and 5 a.m. You, what are you doing with your life, eh? So, sleeping until late, eh?
Yeah. So those times allow me to, that's where I'm very hyper creative.
Oh, wow.
So I can work on...
Wait, say that again. Listen to the timing and when he is at his best level of creativity and that frequency. Please tell them.
Yeah. So 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m.
Between 3 and 5. And
6 as well. Yeah. So anytime from there, I'm very hyper creative. So I try to optimize as much as I can. So whether it's an hour just to focus on what do I do, what is the game changer, how do I change things, that one is enough to, it can also set me up for another month.
Wow.
You know, if I focus on that. So I really treasure that moment. Now having kids, my daughter is turning 6. Yeah. My son is turning 4. Yeah. My daughter is more like me as far as waking up. So she wakes up at 5. So I try to beat her. And 3 and 4, I try to beat her because she occupies my time around that time. And then when she wakes up the other baby as well. So now I'm on duty around that time. Yes. So that's more of a daddy time. So once they wake up,
that's so adorable.
So once they wake up, I stop everything and then we are together. So make them breakfast things, we read or we play or they paint, we watch something, a little TV time, just for them to wake up. That's my quality time with the babies until 7, and then they have breakfast. I usually don't have breakfast, so I drink my lemon tea, which is really is something that I take.
Again, goes back to the health and
wellness. And then coffee. And then I'm awake, I take them to school. And now I'm ready to work.
Full-time daddy.
Now I'm ready to work.
Yes.
So anytime around 7 to 8, I can work out. If I don't work out, I'm in the office here. This is my office. Right. Or I go in the studio and I paint.
Thank you for taking the time to let us be in your workspace.
Absolutely. So this is a beautiful office. Really close. I do my calls here.
I do my. I mean, it says at the door, Daddy's what?
Daddy's shed, yeah.
Ah, they don't know.
Yeah. So this is where the magic happens.
Yes.
And no one comes here. You really,
this is Daddy's
you have to come here with appointment.
Yes, thank you for giving us the appointment to come, sir.
Not you, not you. So we have, because this is my creative time. This is my creative space. Yes. So whether I'm working on my computer, I have to listen to some good sounds here. Wow. And for inspirations, wow. I play anything I want, and and then I
get your painting brush and it's Picasso.
Yeah, so I paint. It takes me like 4 hours to work on something.
What is the longest piece you've done? How many hours has it been?
My early days, when I had so much concentration, could take maybe 12 hours in a 12 hours in a day.
You're sitting like this with a brush.
With a brush, 4 hours. I take lunch and then
the piece takes like 12 hours.
Yeah, it takes something like that. Wow. But now it's tough because I still have duties with the babies.
I know, you're a daddy, you're a husband, you're a brother, you're a son, all of these things that you have to...
Wow. So on it's very evident on the business side now, I need to, in the week, I call it focus days, buffer day, and free day. So even my free day, I'm working, but it's not like hardcore work. So my buffer day, I basically strategize, and focus day is like production time.
That's amazing.
And buffer day is when I also clear misses. For example, I look into accounts, I look into human resources, I look into things that are not going right. So anything that really doesn't make me creative, I work on the buffer day. Focus day, I work on everything innovation driven, production driven, output, creating etc. And then early in the evening, this is my dumb time. Basically, I'm really relaxed.
Yeah.
I don't want to be so much critical or forward thinking. I want to be to ease in things.
Be in the moment.
I want to
and
be in the
enjoy,
moment. I want to meet people, and then I'm
Oh.
present
Yeah.
without having anything else
That
bothering
you're
me.
thinking about. Right.
And yeah, so in the evening time, that can go the way until 11 p.m.
Okay.
I'm meeting people. We have dinner. We're talking. We're having a conversation. What's the
Right.
time now?
I know, right?
What's the time?
I wish I could tell, but this is not a watch.
so you see,
Yeah,
we are like,
no, I
see,
know
we are,
this is within that time of.
yeah. So
Life could catch you
so
when you're
this
like
is this is
relaxing,
when we are.
yes.
This
You
is
can
when we can
engage
do
and connect, right?
Connects and it's meaningful, and I'm
Right.
present.
Right.
And then Friday nights I have the night with my wife. So that
Lauren,
really,
shout out.
yeah,
Shout out, sis.
yeah, the night, and it's
Yeah.
something that I don't mix with anything
I
else.
love that.
And
love
Saturdays I'm with the babies.
Yeah.
That's creative time for the kids.
Right.
So we really go deep into creativity. So
Oh, I love that.
they do music,
And I
they
know they
play,
also paint.
they paint. So it's more of a daddy time all the way
Telling you.
until afternoon when they go and play with other kids.
That's
And then
amazing.
Sunday is like easy brunch, maybe not.
Like
but,
the other one.
Yeah, yeah.
remember
But again, everything is a full cycle.
It
So,
is.
and then my focus day is on buffer day. So I look around everything. So buffer day, I fix things that are meaningful for me. So ensuring everyone is really well taken care of.
Right.
Looking at the community, visiting hospitals or sending people to hospital to help some people. Things
And
that
why?
are
Like why? And how did you get to?
because anybody in the world needs some help. I can see myself when I'm vulnerable, and then who do I call? So there's somebody who needs somebody there.
Right.
So
You're
yeah,
showing up for
yeah,
it.
I'm listening. I'm listening to
Wow.
family members. I'm listening to neighbors. I'm
That's
listening
amazing.
to community. I'm looking at the taxes. You know, for the government, you really need to pay.
Right.
You need to play a part of that.
Everything has to.
Everything,
be-
yeah. And then I look in the emails. Anybody who needs that help, I probably fix that on a buffer day. And it doesn't have to be big. It could be small service, easy.
Right.
But that's what makes me as an individual.
Significant.
So when I check back the whole week, I know there's something I've done along the way that is very
And that's the
helpful, not
meaning
only
of
for me,
life.
but also for everybody else.
Right.
And then I'm really careful with what I say. So if we say we're going to do this, we have to do it.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't have time for entertainment. Yeah, so that's
I
how
agree.
serious. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So basically goal setting, but also scheduling yourself, right? And
Yeah.
being intentional
Being
about everything and just like how your environment works and what works best for you, because what works for you might not be what works for Sarah, might not be what works for, somebody else. But
Absolutely.
how do we get to that point where we do our short-term, long-term, mid-term goals? And
yeah,
whatnot?
no, don't impose. I mean, don't.
Right,
Don't put
right.
too much pressure on yourself. Like, hey, I
Right.
can be a variable. You know, by saying you can't be a variable, you are really limiting. There's a reason to why our primary school teacher is still a teacher today.
Right. Everybody has a purpose and a role.
And they still maybe haven't advanced from that stuff. Because the ability to put pressure on yourself and say, I can't do anything else, this is what I'm doing. When God created you, didn't give you only one brain to do one thing.
Right.
Gave you so much to be able to do so much and have fun with it.
Right.
You know, you can come to town and just say, oh, I'm around. And then I tell you, oh, wow, this is busy time. Let's talk about it next time. No.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
That's not
it's very intentional with
Yeah,
you.
it has to.
Really
It has to be.
been. And for the past couple of years that we've been in and out, just how, it's family oriented, but family from your family, but also the extended family, right? The us that come in and that you're very welcoming. And this has become a part of our Rwanda experience.
Oh,
always.
Thanks.
Like, how do I come to Rwanda and I've not visited Lauren and,
That's a taboo.
and Emmanuel?
That's a taboo.
Even the ancestors will strike me down with this thunder.
That's a
no,
taboo.
but it's been but it's been so heartwarming.
Right.
And I think let's just show the audience some of your incredible work that you've done.
Please,
Your
with
inspiration behind one of your
pleasure.
pieces.
With pleasure.
Yeah, we go
with
show them?
with pleasure. Let's just do it.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's just do it.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
I'm excited to see it. I bet the
By the
audience...
way, every artwork I create is my masterpiece.
No, it is.
So...
Do I not see this is stuff? You even have basketballs hanging from a tree somewhere.
Yeah.
No, I can't wait. What was the inspiration behind it?
Oh, it's just intuition, something that brings light to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Come over, let me show you this piece.
Please. I mean, look at the gorgeousness. Oh my God, this is peace, like peace itself. Leave alone the piece you're about to show me. Like, this gives me so much peace, like to just see.
Yeah.
You're over here sitting and like, I'm going to take a stone, put inside.
Yeah.
Put metal on top. Wow. This is over here. Every day you wake up, you're like, I'm going to match a piece to my shirt.
What?
Oh, man.
So that's my favorite piece.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Based on one principle. When I did that one, I wanted to show the universal frequency, basically something that brings you to, brings the harmonious wave of happiness.
It does. And then the colors are so bright, but everything has like a feng shui.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Wow.
So
and then it conflicts.
why the colors? Why these colors?
It conflicts with that one.
I know. That one is so strong.
It is. Yeah.
This is light, amazing colors, but they all blend.
Yeah, so if you pay attention to the detail, you can see some webs.
Yeah.
And there's made of textures.
Okay.
Which shows basically the universal frequency.
This is amazing.
That was my interpretation for that, because we all share some. When the Creator was creating the world, he made sure that a man shares something with the other one, and that's the mindset, the mind and the conscious.
No, I love it. And also I know you have that background, the spiritual background from like evangelist parents, which is something that I love that we share, bro.
Yeah, we always talk
about
it.
We've always talked about it. But for you to say that, the first thing that jumps out to me is spirituality, peace, harmony, and Ubuntu. For lack of better words, like when you tell me about all of that, is the Ubuntu that you are because I am because we are a collective. So, no, it's mind-blowing.
Wow.
Why choice of the colors?
Yeah, because some colors have, I don't really like to work with dark colors, because dark colors really show darkness to me.
Right.
I don't know. There's nothing that is, there is nothing that is good out of
Darkness.
Darkness. Not to say, because some of the dark color use them to create the magenta.
Everything is important.
Brown, etc. But
yeah.
For me, when I see darkness, it's something that shows like a cave, something where there's no light. So I like light.
I like that. Yeah. No, it's. I know. Like I said earlier, our friendship and just the brotherhood, sisterhood, connection, like your journey, our journeys, everybody is like at different levels of discovering themselves, but also being conscious. And if there's anything that I think, and we were talking about it the other night, when you hosted us, you're so incredible, bro. We can't thank you enough, but like the seeing your journey and like every day, just the embracing, but also the service to people,
right.
and your love and compassion for all of us. You've made Rwanda a home for us, really. And so, yeah. I didn't know that. So when we're around, Jabril and everybody, the whole family is around, and you're hosting us in the way that you do, and it becomes a part of us being here. It's so emotional. It really is.
Is it?
Yeah. And I know you have pieces that one of one here, and I just know, honestly, I cannot afford you.
No, you can't. You're
I
my
cannot
sister.
afford you.
You're my sister.
I know that is like the.
So that's the good thing.
That's like the honor and the privilege that I have. I appreciate it.
You're my sister.
Get yourself brothers like this, you will get one-of-one pieces. Your master,
there's nothing beats family. So,
I know. I really look.
We do this for family, for friends.
I know.
For community.
And you've been exemplary, like really, like your vision. Your vision, but also your heart. You know, this saying, you can't educate the mind without educating the heart. There's no education at all. I think it's Aristotle that said that, but your heart and your mind and just like your awareness, but also you're always bringing people together, my brother. Like I know you don't like to be praised and all of that, but I'm giving you your flowers too. To just say.
But that's the only way to do it. You know, we are here. That's why we are living. Yeah, we want to
the significance.
The quality of time we spend with each other.
Yeah.
How we contribute to the community and friends and our families, and
most
importantly to us as well. Like how you know your value as a person, and that's what you bring to the people. So you do the same.
Yeah.
I'm glad you saw that I do the same.
You do. No, you really do.
So it's really
I can't
cool.
thank you enough. No, really.
Yeah.
To your family, to Lauren, to your incredible, beautiful, amazing babies. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I am an auntie, Sarah. You hear Sarah, mother of all nations. I have nephews and nieces in Rwanda. Courtesy of no, but this is incredible. So tell us the contrast between this and that, because like they shout different things, right?
So if you pay attention to this, there is textures that have a very horizontal slash overflow movement, and then here you have like more of a palette stroke and textures, and also some material which is tie and dye that is a material that I formulate myself to be able to create the texture that really matches with what I really want. So both pieces have the same. They may come from the same artist, but also with different approach.
Right.
So I like to experiment on different material, and then I like to work on a theme that the theme tells me what to do, not me dictating the pace for what I want to create. So
tell us about that, because you see, for me, just the sports person, when you're telling me about this, your pace, I can understand it almost from like a sports perspective, like the game makes you like, you know, attack it in different ways, and you have to counter-attack.
You change your defense and your offense
and
mechanism
all of this stuff,
based on how the game is changing.
And
then you have one-on-one, so you and me are guarding each other.
So tell me in this your way.
So this one is, there's no conception.
That's very profound, by the way. You don't dictate it; it dictates you. So you're moving with your instincts and your passion, and
exactly. Because if I dictate to the pace, then I'm repeating myself, and then that's the #1 way of violating creativity. Then I'd be boring. Yeah.
Did you hear that? Let him repeat. Please repeat, because I need it even for myself. Okay.
So remember, you and I are playing defense.
Yes.
So based on the move I make,
dictates where I go.
You know where I'm going, okay?
Okay.
So now I'm posting you up.
I have to.
and then you're blocking me, right? So that's
I try to.
Yeah. So you know where I'm going. So creativity, it's different.
Okay.
If I have a skill, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna let the message come from within on the canvas.
And so that depends on your
So it's basically being like a very good shooter, and then you sleep, and then you shoot, and somehow you make the basket, right?
That's amazing. You said that, I'm thinking about Steph Curry.
Maybe he does that. Yeah.
You never know, right?
He misses sometimes. He
does. But then there's also still a lot of like knowledge, but also practice that you have to put into the work ethic, right?
Right.
Into it, then creativity, the passion, the intuition, everything gelling together.
Yeah, you communicate. You're really communicating with the piece, and then most of those inspiration come from either dreams or nature, people, conversation like this.
Wow.
You know, seeing different sceneries.
Wow.
Basically, not being in your comfort zone.
I love that.
Yeah, so that's how I come up with this. So I usually tell people the best pieces, I haven't created them yet.
Wow.
This one,
And you're a
it's
self-made
wonderful.
artist.
Yes.
That is so fascinating for
Yeah.
me because I know there's a lot of youth out there that are like, maybe this is. I actually have a cousin called Chan that actually, you know, he does like the stencil pencil something.
Right.
And he's incredible.
Exactly.
When he comes to Rwanda, I'm definitely bringing him here. But like the young people that think, you know, in Africa, we've always had these conventional ways of making money, right?
Right.
That you have to be a lawyer, you have to be a doctor, or you have to be an engineer. And our parents do not hesitate to tell you, this is your extra curriculum, will not put food on the table. But you are a self-made artist, and these are the pieces, right? And this is an unconventional way, especially as Africans, right?
That's right. Yeah.
What would you tell the little Chans of Africa?
Yeah, I mean, it's having trust with your system, being showcasing your talent on every level, because so if you really show your talent intimately, people will trust your process. They will connect with that. So everyone is fighting something because they have a vocal or they have control over that. But if anybody doesn't have control, then they celebrate what they can't have control. So if you do really good, they want to be a part of that goodness.
Right.
So if you really are a creative or you're doing something that is really meaningful, nothing wrong with anybody who's a doctor, engineer, or whatever. That's a part of our society. Right. But they also earned those minutes based on how excellency they showed during studies. Right. So any kid who's out there, just have some sort of trust with your parent and your community or your people.
But also patience, I think.
Yeah, patience. Don't push too much.
Trust them too, that they know what they want for you, but then also trust your instincts and trust your passion.
Lead the way.
Lead the way, but also I think the acting on
don't
whatever.
Be offensive.
Be respectful, but then...
We spend time fighting. You don't really need to fight. You just want to educate a little bit. You can say, oh, you know, I talked with my dad. I said, I'm going to do art.
I'm going to do. I'm sure there's.
I'm going to study computer science. He said, as long as you do well, good luck. And this is this is
do you, but
so
take care of your school.
He trusted my process.
Right.
So that's something that I earned. With him. Yeah.
No, you see, it's just so fat. Honestly, like I am blown away every time that I come to any of your art galleries. This piece and like pieces like it, the white one down, this too, and the contrast, but also just how you bring the spaces together, the gorillas down there in like different colors. And I also remember the gorilla, my favorite one. You remember the purple one that you made of Afro combs?
Yeah, that one is in
the inspiration. Tell me about that one.
That one is in Dallas.
It's gone, I know. That one cannot stay, yo. Man, this is your brain, bro. This is your brain. When it's working magic, how it works.
Magic happens.
This is incredible.
Magic happens.
And I also know like this place is not just an art gallery. There's also rooms, you know, it's basically like
it's an art residence.
A gallery villa.
It's
the place to be in Rwanda, right?
An art residence, yes.
Yeah, like accommodation, art, and just like everything.
For creatives.
Yeah, so tell me more about like, other than the art, the business that runs here too. And how do you even like merge it, you know?
Well, this is mainly my office.
Okay.
And the people we align it together, they stay here. We've had several artists, Davidos of the world.
Oh, Davido's been here too.
Been here.
I know Boris at some point was here.
Some other artists have been recording music here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it works in its way. It's really beautiful.
No, I love it. I think it brings...
We've hosted you here.
I know. We've loved it. Yeah. Everybody, this is home. You know, the GOA, Giants of Africa, and Raptors family always around here. I mean, there's a gym, a pool, there's like rooms upstairs, art everywhere, a studio. Man. Thank you so much for walking us through your creative thought and just like the process to create these beautiful pieces. Like, every time I come here, it looks different. And I love the fact that every time we visit, there's like a new piece of, old pieces of gone. You just feel like you're a part of this movement because it's not just art. It's like a whole movement. And it's just like a whole mood, really. Like you walk into this gallery and your whole mood changes. And it's just peace. I know you producing this, so I can only imagine like when you're sitting down in your 12 hours or like 4 to 12 hours and you're creating a piece, but pouring yourself into it. Every time we walk in, we pick up on the energy, we pick up on the creativity, and it's always something new and something incredible to look forward. And thank you so much, really, for like taking the time out today to show us around, but also not around, but inside the journey of your mind and how we get to this. Guys, look at this. Look at this. I hope you're inspired, though. To close out and in conclusion, I would just really like to ask you to speak to the youth, an aspiring youth that wants to be an artist, but just in general, right? Young people that are dreamers and are hoping to one day maybe create something like this of their own. What would your advice be to the youth?
Everything is possible. I mean, every kid out there, you know, don't. Number one, you have to know that you're you know.
Unique.
And you're unique, and there's more with you that comes with you, and you're accountable, and don't compare yourself to anybody. I know there's, because the problem with the kids, or even how I grew up, you always wanted to compare yourself with, you know, Drake. You want to compare yourself to LeBron James, Michael Jordan, all those people, Cristiano Ronaldo. You were the Cristiano Ronaldo. Before Cristiano, everyone was, so there's
one
you.
One of 400 is usually what? 1 of 400 billion chance that you actually exist.
Yeah, so just for you to be there is beautiful, and you're already a winner by being there.
Right.
And plus, don't take me wrong, everyone, like Cristiano is amazing,
Gifted,
everyone,
but they're them.
But you're you. Right. So it's good to be inspired. You can be inspired. You can also be inspired by me, which is great. But you and I, we're two different people. Right. And I want to be inspired by you. Right. So just do what you do, and then hopefully I'm inspired by you. As much as you're inspired by me.
Right.
So just follow the process, trust your gut. I understand that there's a limitation for the quality of exposure that you may have. That could be based on where you grow up from, how you grew up, where you're heading, or which is your current surrounding. We become a byproduct of who we are based on those 3 factors. But nothing of short that is going to really keep you in one box. You really need to see that you possess the world, you're part of the world, and beyond this, everyday matter, and you matter. Right. So don't take no one can take that away from you. Right. So I enjoy you. I welcome you to join me on the journey to celebrate our uniqueness.
Hey,
you are unique. I'm unique. She's unique.
We're all unique.
My brother, he is unique. We're all unique. Let's just have some fun.
Right.
Yeah, let's have some fun.
Truly.
And do our best.
Right.
But as well as now matter. So today matter. Tomorrow matters.
Invest in your time.
Don't procrastinate.
100%.
Just get some things done and move on.
Right. No, if I've picked up anything, time is of the essence. Believe in yourself. Keep working, basically. And you're unique. When unique minds come together for a common goal, you make history.
Absolutely.
And what a better place, right? To actually showcase what that truly means, but like to just see a talent and a skill and a work ethic and everything else that you've put into this for us to see. But I think one of the most important things that I've picked up is the fact that your situation, your circumstances don't determine what you can become.
Absolutely.
They
Absolutely.
can't. They don't. And only you can be between you and where you need to go.
You got it.
So, no, honestly, like, jokes aside, you inspire me every day. You inspire all of us. And you've been exemplary and very visionary in showing not just us, but the world, the beauty of Africa, the beauty of Rwanda, but like your beautiful mind coming into the craft and seeing this, but like your beautiful family, your brothers, your wife, your children, and the inspiration behind everything else that you've done, but also the you that is producing all of this. It's a sight to behold, and so much respect for you and what you do.
Many thanks.
It makes all of us stay in our lanes and just appreciate who we are, but also embracing the journey on at every level and different dynamics that are thrown to it. But thank you so much for sharing your amazing story with us. And thank you for having the time.
Absolutely.
It's an honor and a privilege to actually sit here.
We have time.
Man,
all we have is time.
my brother.
All we have is time.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
This has been really educational, but also very inspirational. Thank you so much.
I can't wait for the second episode.
Man, the second episode is coming.
When is it coming? Sure. Tomorrow.
Oh man, tomorrow we got to do this. We have to. Oh man.
Sarah, it was really good to have you.
No, thank you for having taken the time to do this with us.
Anytime.
And to our audience, man, anytime you're in Rwanda, look him up. Go on their social media, support them, and enjoy it too, because I promise you, there's nothing like it under the sun. There is nothing like it under the sun. This is coming from me. And thank you for tuning in. Until next time, this is the Now Reflection podcast, where we share our stories, own our truths and our voices. And today has been such a magnificent time with my brother Emmanuel. This is Rwanda for you, the heart of Africa. Thank you. Until next time, I'm Sarah Chan, your host.